This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with a very old friend of ours, Mr. Adam Colquhoun from Oyster Boy, Queen West, Queen West. Adam, how are you doing?
Good, Jamie. How are you today? Hello, everyone out there in Good Food Revolution land. How you all doing?
We're doing okay. We're getting by.
Good.
So I guess the first question would be, how has this ongoing pandemic impacted the oyster business?
Well, we're not selling any oysters right now. We're going to start May 10th. We're going to have our first order coming in this Monday, or May 11th. And the oyster growers are definitely going to be selling bigger oysters for cheaper prices because oysters keep growing, right?
Of course, yeah.
A lot of the oyster growers are consolidating their operations this year. They're not buying as much oyster seed. They're not getting paid by a lot of suppliers. So I've pretty well paid up everyone, so I'm pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we'll see how we go now as we start to open things up a bit. I could have sold oysters right through and done takeaway, but I really decided to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
And make sure that my staff's well-being and safety is first and foremost, and my guests. So we did the right thing, and we shut her right down, and all the fridges are off right now, except for one where all my sandwich meat and my meals are.
Okay.
And then we'll start the big fridge on Monday morning. So looking forward to that.
So you're going to start selling unshucked oysters for people to take home, and also some takeout food, right?
I take out food on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting May 22nd.
What kind of stuff?
Fish and chips, crab cakes, deep fried oysters, stuff that's easily transportable, and for people to take home. And they're going to be picking it up. We're not going to be delivering hot food.
Right.
It would be too far to do that.
Yeah.
We will be delivering. Mark and I are going to look at delivering fresh oysters to the home consumers next week. We're kind of doing everything in stages. We're taking our time. We're not rushing in anything. We're taking all the proper procedures and protocol.
Cool. And all that information will be through your social media stuff and your website,
right? IG and Facebook, and on my phone here and on my windows, and then we'll work on the website. We got a few things on the go with the website.
Okay.
We're doing Shuck You at Home.
Oh, really?
But that's another.
For those people who don't know, Shuck You.
Shuck You. Oh, yeah, it's the interactive oyster shucking lesson to make you, the folks at home, an expert oyster shucker.
Oh.
Not fast, just good.
So, what have you heard from your oyster farmers? Because you have connections with so many farmers away out east, right? In particular,
I talked to all of them the first week, Jamie, to let them know where my finances were, and I talked to all the growers, let them know what my finances were and where they were, and what can I put off till we're up and running again. Because, as you know, we wholesale to over 100 different restaurants and hotels.
Yeah.
And we have an accounts receivable about between $55,000 and $65,000 that we have not seen much of. So, and I don't blame anyone for not paying us. Hopefully, we'll start seeing some money roll in if they got the $40,000 federal loan. Because it's important to pay the food suppliers. And so Mark and I just started working on that again. We gave all our customers lots of grace. We gave them, 6-7 weeks. And now we're just kind of touching base with our customers and saying, hey, this is your accounts payable. How do we proceed?
Yeah.
To some of them, we are offering like just 75% off, 25% off the price, and just collect 75%, because basically, Jamie, I wrote that money off. So
Yeah.
whatever we can collect would be really good and get us in a better position. However, that being said, we're in a fairly good position, and again, once we start getting some income coming in, there's two of us that work are getting the wage subsidy, so that helps out because I can just use my money for other expenses, just to keep the restaurant and the apparatus of Oyster Boy alive and well. That being said, while we have been closed, I've been probably busier than I've ever been, so my girlfriend says. Painting and renovating and sanding and scraping and cleaning. So
That's just been on your body, right?
Yeah. It is really like opening a restaurant. That's what it really reminds me of while you're doing all that stuff and the money's slowly going out and you're paying hydro and you're paying gas and there's no money coming in. And you're going, okay, well, it is what it is. I still got 50 grand left on my credit cards. And when we opened this place 20 years ago, I was about 50 grand in debt on my credit cards, paying for getting it open. So, when you believe in something, you do whatever it takes to keep it going. I mean, there is another side to this. 2 or 3 years, hopefully we'll be out of the woods and there'll be a vaccine for it, for COVID-19, and we'll be back in business and better than ever. But until then, it's all about survival. What's the new saying I came up with? We strive to survive, and when we do, we will thrive.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Now, with you being in a unique position, not wholly unique, but you're a restaurateur, but you're also a supplier. How do you see those relationships between producers, suppliers? Could be wine agents, could be your produce suppliers and and restaurants continuing in a good fashion, because it's very hard for restaurants to be bringing in any kind of income right now.
Well, I believe that it's all about communication and everyone and understanding. I've talked to all our vendors on both sides. Like people now, we've just reached out to people that buy us because we're a vendor, and been reaching out to all our vendors. We're all paid up because I always have a nice war chest, so we're good to go. But how other people are perceiving this, we'll see. I mean, if you don't have 3 months of rent in your bank account and your bill, and you don't have enough money to pay for all the stuff you bought for that week's service, then maybe you shouldn't be in this business. It's a tough business. There's a lot of restaurateurs that get one restaurant that's successful and they spend all that money opening another one and it's not so successful. So there goes your cash flow out the door. Yeah. So I think all those relationships are going to be based on an individual.
Yeah.
As each individual people come up, because some of the oyster growers, I'll be saying, I'll take this order, but I won't be able to pay you for 30 days. That being said, when I think about it, it's like, well, that's not true, because all the oysters that are coming in now, anything that goes out my door will be paid for.
Right. Yeah.
There's no more credit, right? That's for small suppliers like me. There can be no credit, right?
So what do you think the future is, like the short-term future for the restaurant industry without a vaccine?
Well, we're going to be looking at right now, we've been allowed to do takeaway the whole time. We didn't do it, just to err on the side of caution. And frankly, I had lots of work to do here, so it was nice to get that done and do it while everyone else is closed down, right? We'll be slowly opening up. I think that, in my wildest, awesomest dream, that maybe they'll let us open half capacity by June 15th.
Yeah, but how does that work for you, like financially? How does that work without you doubling your prices? I mean, your margins are already so tight.
I'm negotiating with my landlord.
Right. with that in mind, how do you feel the federal, provincial, and municipal governments have assisted restaurants throughout this period?
Well, I believe that they've kind of lumped us all in with other small businesses, which happens quite frequently when people talk about small business. Restaurants get lumped in. First of all, fast food service, casual dining, fine dining, all lumped in the same category, restaurants. And then we get lumped in with the candlestick store down the street, or the sock store, which is a whole other ball game, because to sell a pair of socks, it's one person. To prepare food and seat the customer and the guest, and to make a drink, it takes a team of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, whatever, right? They're doing what they're doing the best they can. I mean, hopefully something happens a bit more skewed towards. I mean, even Toronto restaurants are different from restaurants in North Bay or in Collingwood, right? It's all different animals. So there is a bit of a tendency to blanket us all with the same brush, or paint us with the same brush, and lump us into big categories. And I mean, it is a free enterprise. It's democracy. It's our job as well to do what we can to survive. I mean, we are a bit of a social state, but we can't just rely on the government all the time. We have to rely on ourselves. We have to be strong. We have to have a good business plan. We have to work hard. And I mean, that's going to be the operative word is productivity. If you're not productive in the new world, you're fucked. I mean, you're not going to be able to survive. You have to be productive. You have to just listen, and you got to do what the boss says.
On a kind of positive note, and what are the things that you miss most about life pre-COVID-19? And what are the kind of things that you would really look forward to once we have a way out of it?
Basketball.
No, that's not you playing basketball. That's you going to basketball, right?
Going to basketball, and watching games, and highlights, and reading about it and stuff. Yeah. I miss basketball a lot. I didn't realize, and I had to cancel my. I'm gonna fucking cry. I had to cancel my season's tickets. I canceled those yesterday.
Right.
But it was great. It was a great journey. It was a great ride. It got I was a season ticket. I mean, I've been going to games since they came to Toronto 25 years ago. But I've been a season ticket holder for 7 years, and that's like my winter home down there, right? So I miss it a lot, and I miss the whole just like the everything. I missed it. I just missed it. I just miss it a lot. As I said, that little thing came up for Raptors basketball. That's so weird. The other shit, I haven't gotten around to miss. I mean, you miss the normality of things for sure. While I'm cleaning up around the restaurant doing stuff, I'm gonna be that person works here. Like, they'll be so happy when they see that, and I'm like, oh shit, they're probably not gonna come back. Probably, I'm going back with a third of the staff.
Yeah.
So that makes me sad. And then, as a chef, the chef and I parted ways a couple of days ago, and I know that he's been a friend for 11, 12 years, and has worked with me for 5 years. So kind of sad about that. So, but what they say, whenever there's a window being closed, the door opens, or vice versa. So good luck, bad luck, who knows? Yeah.
Adam Colquhoun, Oyster Boy, really good to catch up with you. I miss your company because we normally do this in person. I'll see you soon, I hope. Okay.
Yes, you will. Absolutely, mate.
Even if we're socially distanced, we'll go up onto your rooftop and have a drink together.
Give my love to your biological family and the Good Food Revolution family. All my love from Oyster Boy.
All the best. Take care.
Thanks, you too, buddy.